This set that we had of writing an equation through point P. The previous one said parallel, but this one says perpendicular. So we're going to have to do something to our slope before we have the slope that we want. Remember, with perpendicular lines, you have to change the sign of the slope and flip it upside down, which makes a reciprocal. Some of y'all's algebra teachers sing a song about that. Maybe or maybe not. I don't sing, so sorry. That's not going to happen. And then point P is given to us right here. This would be x1, y1 for point P. Again, we're going to fill it into this y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1 so that you know where all of that's coming from. The slope in this first equation, it's already solved for y. It's y equals form. So the number attached to the x, that's your slope. As long as your y is all by itself, then this is your slope. The current slope is 1/2, but we need to make this slope perpendicular to that. So to make it perpendicular, and this is the symbol for perpendicular, so I want to be perpendicular to this 1/2, I need to change the sign. It's currently positive, so now it will be negative, and I need to flip it upside down, which would be 2/1. So this means that my new slope that I really want is -2. I've already got x1 and y1, so I'm just going to fill this into the formula. So y minus y1, which is 2, equals my slope, -2 times x minus x1 is 4 from my labels over here. Again, just like before, same exact simplifying steps. Distribute and add. Just every time you're going to do that after you get to this point. So the left side, y minus 2, distributing here, -2x, -2 times -4, +8. Then add 2, y equals -2x plus 10. And that is the equation that is perpendicular to the given one that goes through the point they gave us. The next two, you work them pretty much the same. This one in the middle, the only difference is that you need to move this 3 over to get the y alone, which would be -1/3 x minus 3, and then our slope from that would be -1/3 once we get the y alone. Then to make it perpendicular to that, we've changed the sign so it will now be positive, and flip it upside down, which would be 3/1. So the new slope we would need is 3. Bless you. From our point here, we've got our x1 and our y1. And we'll fill it into the formula. Y minus y1 is -2 equals the slope 3 times x minus the x1, which is 3. On the left, minus a minus makes that plus 2. Distribute on the right, 3x minus 9. Subtract 2 from both sides. Y equals 3x minus 11. The last one on the right is a special one. You're not going to need to do very much work there because it is a special case. This one is a y equals a number. That's what we're given. To be perpendicular to y equals a number, we need x equals a number. These will be perpendicular to each other. So we want to be perpendicular to this, so we know that we need x equals a number. The number that it needs to be the x value from the point you want to go through. The x value here is -2. So this equation is just x equals -2. Not very much work there, but you need to remember the fact that if you want to be perpendicular to y equals a number, you need x equals a number. And the number you choose comes from your point. If you want to be parallel, you want the same letter. So if I wanted to be parallel in this case, I would want y equals a number, and I would want the 6 to be the number.